it's Katie and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about baby sign language. So you may or may not already know this, but teaching your baby sign language is actually very beneficial for both of you. Babysignlanguage.com says, first of all, it's practical because this way it allows your baby to talk to you before he or she is actually able to talk to you. Second of all, it creates a stronger emotional bond between you and your baby. And third, it helps boost your baby's brain development. Teaching your baby sign language also helps reduce stress for both of you. This can lead to fewer tantrums for your little one and a much less stress-induced feeling for you as well when your baby's trying to tell you something and you can't understand what he or she is telling you. When my oldest daughter was a baby, I decided that I wanted to teach her some sign language because I thought that it would give her a way to talk to me before she was able to verbally tell me anything. And so I did some research and I read some books, mostly books because back then I didn't really know much about YouTube yet, even though it was only 8 years ago, but I didn't. So I read lots of books about it and I looked it up on the internet. Of course, I Googled it. And so I learned that I could teach her some basic signs and that it would help her eventually communicate with me. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, it does take a lot of work. It takes a lot of patience. So you're, more times than not, you're going to show your baby a sign while you say the word, like eat. You say it and sign it at the same time. And you're going to say it probably thousands of times, perhaps before your baby actually starts to pick up on it. But I'm going to tell you right now that once your baby does pick up on the signs that you're teaching him or her, it is a game changer. You are basically using the signs from American Sign Language, which is another thing I really love. Another language I really love to learn and speak whenever I can. But when you're teaching it to a baby, you're going to want to stick with the simplest words because that's really all you need. You need basic words. You're going to need things like eat, eat. You're going to need things like more. And one of my personal favorites, please. And you're also going to want, well, I personally wanted to teach this, but you may want to teach your baby thank you. Now, I do have a funny personal story about thank you because when my oldest daughter was a baby, using these words out in public, that's back when we used to go to stores together, people would actually think she was blowing a kiss to them because hers, instead of doing the hand fully, it would become more of this. But it was okay. I knew what she was saying. So whenever somebody said, oh, it's so cute, she's blowing me a kiss. And I said, actually, she's thanking you. So it may not come out exactly the way you teach it, but it is really helpful for you and your baby. Something you may want to be sure of as you are teaching your baby these things, if you have somebody else watching your child, a caregiver, somebody, a nanny or a child care center or grandparents even, you want to be sure that they have a clue that you're teaching this to your child because you want your baby to still be understood even when they're not with you. Otherwise, you'll get back to the frustration and the tantrums and throwing fits and all that fun stuff. But if you make sure to educate anybody watching your child, or at least give them a heads up, they already may know some of these signs and about baby sign language, that it will be much better for all of you in the end. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. It worked for my first one, who, by the way, had trouble verbally, so it really helped her. The pediatrician actually considered all of her signs. They counted them as words, so that was helpful in her corner. And then one day when she was 2.5 and I was busy counting all of her words and writing down every single one, trying to see if we needed to go towards early intervention, she just blossomed overnight and started verbally speaking. I do not believe it hampered my baby's speech. I do think that it helped her before she was actually able to tell me things verbally. For my second baby, I did attempt to teach her some signs too. However, this baby decided she was going to start talking at 18 months. I'm not kidding you. She actually had words at 18 months and she had no interest in sign language at that point. However, once the third one came along and I started it with her more than a couple months ago now, probably close to a year ago at this point. But with my second one, she actually started picking up the sign language at 4 years old instead, which was also fine. Then my third baby came along and I did decide to go after this again for her. This time I just went for it. I didn't give up. She will be 19 months old by the time you see this video. She is 18 months old currently, but by the time you see this video at the end of the week, she will be 19 months old. She does have some words already. However, I have been using baby sign language with her since she was about 6 months. And on that note, about 6 months old is a great time to start introducing these to your baby, but do not expect results right away. Your baby, like I said before, will need to see these and hear these signs and words together thousands of times, probably over multiple months. If you get that beforehand, if your baby starts talking beforehand, you are very lucky. However, I noticed that for both of my children who picked up baby sign language with me, it took them months to pick it up. And it wasn't frustrating to me because after I started doing it over and over and over, eat, please, more, thank you. And I actually went a little above and beyond with this one and I taught her milk. And like I said, it's been amazing and it's been a game changer for us. Now, I'm not going to stand here and tell you that I am an expert and that I know everything and that this is the way to be and everything. No, I consider this, in my opinion, this is a choice. This is a way of life for us when we have babies in our house. I decided that I wanted to do this. Nobody said, oh, you need to do this. I wanted to teach my baby sign language and I found that it helped us. And if you're watching this today, I'm hoping that you are at least considering doing this and that maybe this will help you decide one way or the other. And I'm not going to stand here and tell you, you need to do this either. Nobody should be pressuring you into these types of things. You have to make the best decision for you and your baby and your life right now. Because your life with this baby may be different than your life with an older child who used to be a baby, or it may be different the next time you have a baby. It changes all the time, obviously, with 2020, the way it was. But what I'm telling you is that this is a great option, a great thing to do if you are interested in doing it. Now let me go ahead and show you what this actually looks like when a baby is doing it. So I'm going to show you a sign and then I'm going to show you my youngest daughter doing the sign. So this is please. Say please. Good job. This is more. Good job. This is milk, and I'll be honest with you, I do call it milky instead of milk, but regardless, it is the same liquid. So this is milk. Please. And this is eat. Good job. Good job. This is thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it a little informational. Once again, I do not have all the answers. I only know what I have done, really, and what has worked for us. But if you are considering this, whichever way you decide to go, I hope this helps you decide one way or the other what you think is going to be right for you and your baby. Thanks for watching. Have a great week. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. See you next Friday with the next video. Eat.